And welcome back to the Red Booth Show. We are here with Calvin II.
How you doing?
So you were just telling us a cool story about Childish Gambino.
Yeah, I wanted to make a new best friend. But also I'm not dumb. Like, okay, so there's a thing of like, when you're in the presence of grace and it's respected, and there's absolutely benefit in me being there, but also I'm an actor and a musician too. And so I know that when he's on the set, he's not just there in a regular artist capacity. He also has production responsibilities and directorial responsibilities as well, because the vision was crafted between him and Hiro Murai. So I don't want to just go up to him, hey, what's up, man? You know, check out my mixtape. I'm not trying to be annoying. Because he's not just thinking about like the next shot or like, you know, he's thirsty and wants somebody to bring him a coffee. Like, he's also thinking about 5 other things at the same time. So I really wanted to take my moment into like, you know, I did want to speak and everything. We were just like chatting regularly, but I'm like, man, okay, how do I make him my new best friend? How? And stuff. Because, I mean, I don't know. He seems like he would be cool. He was actually cool on set and stuff. We could work on some projects.
Nice, nice.
But it was dope. I'm just actually glad. The biggest thing that actually, okay, so I was thinking like when I was on set, like what's something cool I could say? Not something cool I could say, but you know, you don't want to be lame and just like, oh, I just sat there and didn't say anything and stuff. And
I know, you'd be like, I missed the opportunity to speak to him.
But I asked him, so this is what happened. Yeah. So I thought of a really cool question. I asked him, and his answer was so good, it kind of like he like Mr. Miyagi me. Because his answer was so good, it like,
you didn't even know what to say.
Like, not even like that. I didn't know what to say, but I was just like, oh, this guy really is a genius. It's like, I wasn't even trying to test him to make sure, like, but I was like, wow, this guy is really smart. Well, the question I asked him was, I was like, hey, so what do you say to, like, have you ever had family members or friends who you grew up with who, you know, maybe just had various struggles in their background, but, you know, you see all this opportunity and they're maybe not taking advantage of it? Like, what are things that you've been able to do to encourage them to maybe just take a hold of all the awesomeness that life has to offer? I thought it was like, oh, so he's probably dealt with this experience. A lot of times, like, if you are black or from any type of metropolitan area, you have friends that are doing okay and have friends that maybe you're not doing okay. And just like from some of the friends and family members who aren't, it's like, man, like, you could really take a hold of this. And so I was like, what's his take on how to inspire? And his answer was really awesome. I really appreciated it. I actually wrote it down because I was like, I'm not going to remember this, and I'm glad I did. But he said, well, first and foremost, everybody, you know, is on their own timeline. You know, sometimes it just takes people longer to get it. But the second thing he said was, you know, let me see if I remember it now. I did write it down, though. But no, the most fluid form of communication is quality. And so, like, if you're able to expose somebody to something of a greater value, then naturally they'll reject the former. And I was like, what?
Dang.
The most fluid form of communication is quality. And I thought about that. That's true of everything. As soon as we have something that's good, automatically we're like, that's what I want.
Yeah.
There's no real conversation you need to have.
Yeah.
You don't have to like, okay, well.
You don't have to convince anybody.
Yeah, there's no convincing. There's just like, okay, this is good. If you just had dirty water and somebody's like, oh, here's some clean water, there's no discussion.
Yeah.
What do I have to do to consistently have this?
Right.
Period. I just love the way he thought about that. So yeah, just being around and seeing how his mind works for that short period of time and whatnot, and then, you know, it actually having a significant effect on my real career. Like, look, I'll see him in the future. I'll work with him, and I'll definitely just owe him like, I don't know, $50 or something. Yeah, thanks, bro. like, no, seriously, like, it helped me because it gave me a stronger backstory just for, you know, me to be able to express my art and have people curious. I mean, I've booked like 3 shows since that thing came
I know,
out.
in the last month, because I talked to you last month.
Exactly. I talked to you last month.
And then
I was doing stuff and everything,
Yeah.
but it definitely got pushed up to a different level.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. I think I told one of my
What are the new
friends-
shows you got booked on?
not like film, but I'm talking about like, you know, performance-wise as a musician.
Okay.
But like I told one of my friends, I was like, you know, it's kind of weird that this is giving me all this attention and stuff, but look, 50 Cent had to get shot 9 real times for people to care about him. So like, I took 1 imaginary bullet. I'm okay.
Yeah.
It didn't hurt. It was like,
Oh my God.
didn't get scratched. It was like a head wound. It was okay.
It was fake.
It just grazed.
But yeah. You came out all right.
I came out okay.
Yeah.
It was great. They had snacks at Crafty. I was happy. I wasn't mad at all.
Well, Well, what is your take on like the whole message of the music video?
One, I was really happy that he wasn't going around like explaining it. I gave people the example like, you can't, as an artist, you can't just fully like tell people, not because it's kind of selfish when you do that. Like say if I drew a picture of a duck and everything, somebody comes along, they're like, wow, this is so much look at how serious the duck's face is. Look at the struggle. He's pedaling his flappers, his feet underwater, but you can't see it. But he's so still on top, and it just shows me how hard you have to try, even if nobody sees it. And then what if I walk up and say, actually, no, it's just a picture of a duck.
Yeah.
Just a duck.
Yeah.
It's like, it kind of invalidate, like they actually had an experience with this, which was real for them.
Yeah.
And so if you come along and put a period where somebody else was just putting a comma, then you've just stopped the train of thought that came. So it's kind of selfish to do that. My take on it was just, it's twofold. It's like I didn't feel like it was a pointing a finger. I feel like it was just somebody holding up a mirror. So it's not even, I don't even think he's trying to say like, oh, this is good or bad, but like, this is what it is. This is America. If you don't like it, what are you going to do to change it?
Yeah. All right. Well, on that note, we have to take another break, but we will be right back with Calvin in a second. Hey, thanks for watching my interview with Calvin II. You can keep watching the rest of it by clicking here.